Welcome back to Good Living Alaska. It has been over a year since we have started this YouTube channel, and we would like to thank you.
Yeah, we can't believe it's been a year. It honestly does not feel like it. I don't know about you, but it went by super fast. But we cannot thank you guys enough for all the support, the love, the blessings, the comments, you guys, supporting our Etsy shop. We really, really appreciate it.
And something we noticed too is that only 50% of the people who watch us are subscribed. And if you really like our content, we would really appreciate if you subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and like our videos. It really helps us out and lets us know that you are wanting more content.
All right, now time to show you what we did this week. It's time to put the concrete in. Woohoo!
No open.
All right, well, we got some of the fast setting concrete. We're gonna go ahead and fill in the holes around our T-post here. There we go.
I just came to check on you.
Yeah, we got the concrete on for the first two.
Looks really good. Miss Blakely's taking a little nap.
Yeah, that's good. She needs one.
She does.
She got some tired eyes.
Yeah. Lee does not like to nap at all. She's got to see what's going on at all times.
That's your baby girl.
No, it's yours. No, that's mine. He's the napper. I'm not.
Yeah. You want to come put the dirt in this hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that.
Thank you, Bubba.
What, this hole?
That one right there. I'll help. Whoa, good job. Good job. Good job.
It's hard work.
Is it hard work?
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a good job helping, huh? Thank you for helping me.
Well, that's that was way better.
That looks better, huh?
Yeah.
All right, you want to go fill in one more hole with me?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay.
Here, look, here it is. The big hole. Look how deep it is. Watch. My shovel go bye-bye. Whoa.
Bye-bye.
That's a big hole we dug, huh? All right, I'll let you do the first one.
This one.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. There we go. We'll stomp on it. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Guess what we get to do tomorrow? We are going to put the fence up.
Looks good.
Since the ground is so uneven here, I'm not going to be able to dig this all out. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do a transition. So I'm going to have where the fence is a little bit lower and then it stacks up and gets higher. So I'm just going to have a little transition pole for it to transition to the, almost looks like a full foot higher ground. All right, so Jillian mentioned that somebody asked, what am I going to do with this Costco chuck roll? How am I going to cut it? Chuck rolls, they have steaks within them. So you can kind of see the different parts of the meat here. You have a whole section over here, and then right in the center here, you have steaks. So what I will usually do is cut this off, and turn these into steaks. Pretty simple. Now, this may not be the proper way of doing it, but this is the way I do it because I just want it to be efficient and done. All right, so we're going to cut this off here. Anyways, I just like to keep it simple. So yeah, you can see here, here's our steaks. I'll start cutting one. There you go. There's your steaks. And I will literally just put this in an air fryer with some salt, some pepper sometimes, some garlic sometimes, just depending on what I feel like doing. But this is it. This is all I'm going to do. Cut this all the way down. The parts that I cut off to the side there. Now, again, I'm not trying to be precise. It doesn't matter to me because usually what I like to do is I'll take these sections here. You can tell where they had cut this off the rib here. These sections here are actually very, very fatty. And you can see that right in here. Very fatty. And this, what I'll do is I'll cut this down into little squares and I'll do like air fry bites, you know, meat, just air fry bites. And it's really good for the family. You can like mix it with a barbecue sauce and basically do what you could call burnt ends in the oven and cook that up at like 350. That's a pretty good option for that. Other than that, it's kind of like little medallions of steak. So that's the rib side. And then the other side, we cut straight down here. I can show you these. Almost like filet mignon. So I got my ribeye steaks. I got my filet mignon equivalent steaks. And you can just cook those up, you know, cut them at an inch. And it makes for really good meals. But I'm just cutting this up because it's a long work week. And obviously I'm not going to eat this over 1 week. I'm going to cut it up, put it up into freezer bags and freeze it. It'll last a long time for good little steaks, either for me to take to work or home. It doesn't really matter. I basically like to do it just about the thickness of my thumb. So a little bit more than an inch maybe. There you go. Almost looks like a heart in some ways. A little heart cuts. But yeah, they got great marbling. One of the best ways to cook in an air fryer, in my opinion. I will freeze the steak, take it out frozen, wash the outside of it off with some water. That way I can get my salt and whatever herbs I want to use to stick to it. Air fry it for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the thickness, because sometimes they get carried away. It makes a perfectly medium rare steak every time. And when you don't have a lot of time because you're doing a bunch of stuff, either dealing with kids or having 2 jobs, that is the easiest and fastest way to get this done. Very simple. Just wanted to show you 2 real quick here. This is what the rib portion looks like, the side where the ribs are. And basically the way I'm going to bag them is I'm going to have each section in here. So I got the main steak section, I got the rib section here, and the other section here. And that's a day's worth of meat for everybody. And we freeze it all in one Ziploc bag, try to get as much air out as possible. If we weren't going to eat it so fast, we'd go through the process of using the vacuum sealer, but because we're going to tear this up pretty quickly, we're just going to put them in these Ziplocs for now. We're going to finish bagging this and we'll see you outside. All right, Mama, you want to come hold this for me?
Yeah, that was right.
Just keep it from falling. All right, so we have our same little post screws here that we used on our cattle panel greenhouse. So we're going to use these to actually hold this fence on to our big posts. And then other than that, we have our T-post clamps.
One down. Nice, it's good.
All right, and if you don't know what a T-post clamp looks like or a clip, this is what they look like. Very simple. All right, just to quickly show you how I'm tying these off. So you got your T-post clip. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling on this as much as I can. I'm going to hook it on one side, wrap it around here, wrap it around the T-post, and then drop it in on the other side. And then from there, what I'm going to do is take a nail here, because these are so small I can't get a screwdriver to do it. And I'm just going to start twisting it. So I twist it around the fence itself, and that locks it into place. And so now that is on there very nicely. Very simple. Yeah, I really do love these screws too. These are nice screws. Well, you might remember we ended up having to harvest some of our chickens because we had just way too many roosters. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these in Instant Pots. We're going to boil the chicken down and make some chicken salad. And then in the future, we'll probably end up making some bone broth. But right now, we want to make homemade chicken salad with using some of our homemade mayo we'll make again and show everybody how to do if you missed that. It's very easy, very simple, and we'll just knock this out. So we're going to get these chickens in this Instant Pot here. Now, I had frozen these chickens just to keep them for use for a later date. And today is a real rainy day, and it's a good day to do this, just to get inside a little bit, and between all the projects we've been doing outside. So I'm just going to do it real basic here, just some salt and pepper, since I'm basically, boiling this chicken down. Super easy to use. If you don't have an Instant Pot, I recommend them. They're great. All right, let's go ahead and get this started here. Figured an hour would do. Cook them down real nicely. Now that we have the fence up, we need to go ahead and clean up this chicken area. We moved a bunch of rock over here not too long ago, and we want to get that cleaned up and evenly spread around the chicken coop. And just clean up kind of all this area, get it ready for them, and then finally build a gate here. And the chicken area will be ready to go. So let's go ahead and do that. The new?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you leaving?
No, it's me.
All right, so the chickens are done and they smell fantastic. They have cooked up nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and pull some of this meat off and make us a homemade chicken salad. And they are falling apart, which is good. That's what we want. And there we go. The meat just falls right off. Makes it so much faster. That's why I like using a pressure cooker. I didn't really have to. I could have just boiled it for a couple hours, but did 1 hour on a pressure cooker and it just falls right off the bone. I let it sit there and does its thing. And that took me 30 seconds. 30 seconds and I'm done. Easy. All I put in here is salt and pepper again, and that just made it so easy. And it smells so good. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot. All right, well, there we are. We got quite a bit of chicken off of that. Those are just two of the breasts here. This one contains one more breast and a bunch of legs, which I'll do a little bit later. But we're going to go ahead and do this because we want to make this up for dinner. So I want to go ahead and get this done. This reminds me of my grandfather used to tell me, because he grew up during the Great Depression. And he grew up telling me that they would make one chicken last a whole week. And they would eat it with potatoes. And if they were lucky, they had some bread. But they would basically cook it down, make it into different soups, sandwiches, and stuff like that. But that's what this reminds me of. I'm thankful we're not in those hard times. I hope we don't ever have to go back. But having this skill and knowledge is something that I definitely want to pass down on to my kids, of how to make a chicken, boil it, and then eventually we're going to use this broth and we're going to make some bone broth. But for this, I want to go ahead and make some homemade chicken salad. All right, well, I've showed this before, but I'm gonna show it again real quick. This is how I make my homemade mayo. It's super simple. The most important thing is to remember the cup. You gotta have exactly a cup of your oil of choice. So I'm just using the Simply Light Olive, and this is a good brand here to use. But after that, you're basically just using what I would consider a splash. Now I'll put the exact ingredients so you can be more precise. But either way, I'm gonna grab this. It's a tablespoon of vinegar, a splash of lemon, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, which is roughly that, and 1 egg. Now this egg is actually still warm because I just stole it from underneath the chicken. We're gonna go ahead and crack that in there. All right. First you blend it. And you're just going to blend this to completion. And then after that, you slowly add in your olive oil. All right, and there you are. That's it. Pretty simple, really. I think I spent maybe 10 minutes making this whole thing between gathering the ingredients and mixing them all together. Pretty simple, and it keeps you from eating all the seed oils. A little bit healthier of a choice, really. All right, and there we are. We have our homemade mayo. Very, very simple, and we are going to go ahead and let these cool off in the fridge, and when Jillian gets home, this is what we're going to end up having for dinner. All right, well, I woke up this morning and a few of the chickens had already made their way out. So I went ahead and opened up the back gate and let the rest of them out here. We need to get this fence finished so that way I don't have to worry about leaving extra spare parts hanging around here. And then hopefully start concentrating on this other section here, which isn't too much more, but it's just the garden section. So let's go ahead and get started.
No, out. I say no, out. No, shut.
I know. I'm going to fix it.
Out. No, no. Out. Outside.
Yeah, you want to come inside?
Yeah, no cheating.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me finish putting these screws in real quick, okay? And then I'll let you inside. You can come be with me, huh? Whoa, you got a fan?
Yeah, the wolf. Turn on that. Oh,
All right. Look at that.
shut.
We got a gate.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
You want to test it out? See if it shuts? See if it shuts.
It's shut.
Wow, that's nice. That's very nice, huh?
Shut.
All right. Well, I decided that the reason why I wanted to do this gate swinging inwards is because I want to be able to get all the dirt out of here for gardening and stuff like that. So when compost and stuff like that, all I have to do is swing this open and it'll swing all the way wide, just like this. And now I can freely move in and out with wheelbarrows and whatever else I need.
It's open.
Yeah, we're gonna lock it.
Okay. Turn on. Turn on. Hold on. I'm Maggie.
There we go. Now shut. Push. Push. There you go. Easy peasy. Look at that. That's a nice gate. Do you like it?
Yeah.
That's a nice gate.
No, turn on. Shall we? Oh,
So that's honestly the easiest gate that I could come up with. It only uses 2.5 of these 2x4s. And yeah, it works good. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I mean, it still has the fence. It, keeps the chickens from being able to get out. I can always add more to it in the future, and it's not too hard to redo if you have to redo it. So high enough not to let anything that's gonna kill chickens get in, but low enough to where chickens can't get out. So that does the job right there. Ta-da! All done.
shoot.
It's time to open up their cage. We're gonna get in there and clean it up. We're gonna get this cleaned up. Look at here. Open it up for them. Now we can get all this off and not have to mess with this anymore. It's so nice. All right.
Helping Daddy. You're helping Daddy.
You're helping Daddy too. You're a good boy helping Daddy.
Yeah, please help Daddy.
Look at these chickens, huh? We gotta get them. All that water that happened with the flood made it a big muddy mess. We're gonna clean up this mess. There we go. All right. Push this over. There we go.
Hey, go.
All right, now they're free. Woo, that's nice, huh? Is that better? All right, we got a mess to clean up here. All that hail from last week caused a big mud problem back here for them. Because, I mean, it was just like a wave of water that seemed to just wash from the sky across our backyard here. And so, huge mud problem back here. So what we're going to do is add some more dirt, make it a little higher. And then we're going to add a bunch of hay back here for them. So that way they can stay dry and out of the mud this year. Did they run past you?
Yeah, they're free.
Are they running?
They're free.
They're fast, huh? Yeah. You want to move dirt with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shoot it in dirt.
All right.
Hold on.
Almost. Now we got to use the rake and rake it around. All right, we're going to get the hay now. Hey, hey.
Hi.
Spread the hay out. That should definitely help keep their feet dry, because we want to keep them dry during the wintertime. We don't want them to get wet at any point in time. Though the ground should be frozen, this will give them something to stand on so they're not standing on frozen ground, or if it's very cold, wet ground and getting their feet cold. Let's just see how interested they are in it. All right. So as for the composting section of this chicken coop, we're going to go ahead and scrape everything down in the hole here. And there we go. And so down there, we have composting going on. And you can see all of the chicken manure down there. And we just mix that up into it. And it should keep everything a little bit warmer in there because of that. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape all this down there. Got to close this because I don't want to breathe it. So I bought this white softwood shavings. People say that they like them better than, say, the cedar. So I'm going to use these instead. And we're going to go ahead and put them all over the place. And hopefully that'll make the chickens happier. Well, it's definitely a lot easier to put it in than taking it out. So that's it. These chickens are mostly ready for winter. Later on, once it starts getting real cold, we'll go ahead and put their heat lamp in there. And I imagine next week's gonna start really dropping temperatures because we're getting closer and closer to my birthday, which usually snows around my birthday. So, all right. Well, thankfully we're done with that. Yeah. You get lots of dirt. All right. Ah, you found the greens I gave you, huh? You find the vegetables. Here's some more. Look what we got. Lettuce.
All right, so we wanted to come out here and check on our herb dehydrator here that we got off Amazon. It actually works, looks like it worked really well. We're going to show it to you guys. If you'd like to get one, we have the link in the description. But overall, we are very happy.
All right, so yeah, so there we got the parsley. It looks really good. We got our dill. We got our basil, which browned a little bit, but I think basil kind of does that. And then we got our oregano up here. And this one was also oregano, but I just opened one to show you here.
What is this one?
And that one's thyme. And there's the thyme. We only had a very little bit of thyme, but we're always running out of time, right, babe?
Yeah, that's one thing we don't have enough of is time. But we did not leave this in the greenhouse. We actually had it in the garage, hanging from the garage. If you buy one, you don't want to leave it outside. At least we don't because it gets too cold. But it is pretty handy. I'm happy with it. What about you?
Yeah, for sure.
And now we're going to collect it all and take it inside and show you guys our homemade chicken salad.
Oh, are you talking all about it, baby girl? All right, well, we're back in the kitchen here. I had put some saran wrap over the chicken, and we have chilled off our homemade mayo. So we're gonna go ahead and get this whipped up for dinner real quick here. You know how I like my basil and my salmon dip. Well, I also happen to like it in chicken salad as well. So I'm gonna cut up some of this here, or see if I can't break it up, which actually it's breaking up great. So it's a good thing about dried. Real quick, I wanted to show you. It breaks up really easy. Gotta love it when it's yours, when you made it yourself or grew it outside in your own garden. So here we go. We got our basil. We got some extra salt we like to add. We have some rosemary. Now we do have our own rosemary too, but that's still growing. It's pretty fresh, and we just transplanted it, and that kind of injured it a little bit. So we're gonna let it kind of revive before we start tearing into it. But I do like rosemary, and I have just a little bit left. Now, pepper is definitely a big thing that we like. And then, last but not least, I like to add some cayenne pepper. Add a little heat to it. Not a whole lot, just like one or two little dashes of it. All right, and to add a little extra crunch, we like to add these pecan halves, which we got from Costco. And so we just add that to it. Not a crazy amount, just enough to add a little crunch for every other bite. Other things we like to add is apples. If we have some fresh apples, you can do blueberries, you can do cranberries. All those are really good options. This is what we're going to do today. This is our homemade mayo. After it cools down, it really firms up nicely. I mean, it's just like any other mayo you'd buy at the store, except for it's made with good and high quality ingredients. And we put the recipe down for the mayo in the description. This here, very simple. Anybody can do this. Just mixing chicken with mayo. So right here I have just mostly breast because Jillian likes the breast. But other than that, I'll actually use the dark meat as well, just to make some. So I'll use the rest of this mayo and you mix that with some of the dark meat. And I'll take that to work because I actually like the dark meat. Man, you are so talkative today. Yeah. You were so talkative. All right, and there we are. There's our chicken salad there. Babe, you want to come try it?
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. It looks good.
Baby girl was helping.
I need a smaller bite than that.
You need a smaller bite?
Yeah, let me just
Here. Smaller bite for you, babe.
Oh, that's your bite. I need a smaller bite.
All right.
All right. See how this tastes. That's really good. It's I'm going to say this because it's one of our chickens, but it's super fresh.
Yeah, it's really
It
fresh.
tastes really fresh. Good use of our chickens. Great dinner. Easy dinner. Probably eventually make some sourdough and make a sandwich with it.
Yeah, it could be a good sourdough.
Maybe tomorrow
sandwich.
make a sandwich, sourdough sandwich. It's also good with chips, crackers. So easy. Win-win. So thanks for making that. Looks really good.
Yeah.
More of it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's so good. Sissy wants to take a look at it.
I think it needs more pepper.
Won't be long before she's eating solids. Crazy. She's 7 months old already. And we think her eyes are going to stay blue.
Looks like it.
We think they're going to stay blue. And I put her in navy today, and her eyes with the navy, so pretty. So definitely navy is her color.
All right, well, we want to say thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time on Good Living Alaska.
All right, so Blake and I are going to pull the wishbone and make a wish.
All right.
We tried to get Harrison to do it. He didn't really want to. So Daddy and I are going to do it.
All right, maybe we'll just do it over his head, huh?
Yeah, do it over his
Make a
head.
wish over his head?
All right.
You got yours?
I got mine.
All right.
1.
Oh.
Oh.
I got the wish then. That broke
Yep,
so fast.
It did. I was
Wow.
supposed to count to 3.
Oh, well.
I said 1 and you
We
snapped
made
it.
it at 1. My wish was to have it at 1. So.
On God.
This is a good
All right.
idea.
Just something fun to do.
I'm nice.
Yeah.
To start the rebuilding of life.
Look at the chickens on the hill, Harrison.
The
Whoa, you
road
wanna see 'em?
that lay open
Isn't that funny?
Go see 'em.
harmony. When the old
You like the
one's
new
gone
skates?
under the knife,
Whoa, you like the new gate?
and I can feel
Big gate.
inside
Sissy likes it. Yeah. You like the new gate?
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, baby girl?
You like the new gate for the burgers?
from where
Yeah.